You're welcome to this YouTube channel. I am Ezekiah Adewimbi from the Institute of Computer Science, University of Silesia, Katowice. I will be presenting on exceptions handling in different programming languages. So this is the outline of presentation. We look at the exception in C++, Java, and Python. A programming language must provide programmer with primitive or ways of dealing with abnormal situations and recover from them. And most modern programming languages like Java, Python rely on exceptions for dealing with such abnormal situations. So there are two problematic situations a programmer can face: programmer mistakes and genuine problem. Programmer mistakes are sometimes called errors, while genuine problems are called exceptions. So exception is an unusual situation that disrupts the abnormal flow of a program, and the core advantage of exceptional handling is to maintain the normal flow of the program or of the application, and these are caused sometimes by hardware events, operation system events, programming language properties, application program properties. So we have exemption terminologies in C++. We have the try block, throw command, and catch block. Then within try and catch, we have the code that might raise an exception, and between catch, we have the handler body. We can use catch as many times as possible within a single try. We'll get to know more of that. So in Java, there are two possibilities of handling exception. Is either we handle it where it is generated or in another point. So we have two types of exception in Java. We have the built-in exception and user-defined exception. Built-in are the one that came with Java libraries, where user-defined exception are defined by the Java users. So we have built-in exception in Java. We have more than this. To know more about this, I will encourage you to check Java documentation. So in Java, we handle exceptions using try, catch, finally, and we can use catch as many times as possible within a try, but we can only use finally once within a program. So this is an example. Integer a is equals to 0 and b is equals to 21. Here we are trying to compute z, which is b divided by a, and we want to print z. But this, we had an exception called arithmetic exception. We have 21 divided by 0, which we give divisibility by 0. So how do we handle this in Java? So as I said earlier, we use try, we use catch, and finally a is 20, b is 0, a divided by b. This is the program. So the program that may raise an exception will be between try and catch, which is this. Then catch, we have the arithmetic exception, say e. Then we ask the system to print the error. Then finally, as I said, anything we put under finally will definitely be executed, whether there is an exemption or not. So interesting code. So that's why we have two outputs here: the output printing the exemption and the finally. Also, we have a string here that is assigned to a null. So we assign a string to nothing. So this will definitely raise an exemption, and such exemption is called null pointer exception, and we are able to handle this using try and catch. Also, we have file not found exemption. We are trying to open this file in this folder or in this drive, but this file cannot be found in this drive. So we hear an exemption, file not found. So we try to use try and catch to undo this exception, file not found. Also here we have shown, which is a string, and we want to convert this to an integer. But we hear shown is not a number. So we have number format exemption, and to handle it we use try. This is the code that might raise an exemption, and which you can see that this one will definitely raise an exemption called number format exemption. Then we have to catch, then we print out number format exemption. Also we have a list containing 5 elements. Then we assign the 5th element to be 30 divided by 0, and we want to print the 10th element. So element in the 10th position. As we know, this is multiple catch. So we have catch, arithmetic exception. We have another catch, array index out of bound. Then we have another catch, exemption. So if you run this program in Java, the first thing to be located is A5, and this is 30 over 0, which we know that this will definitely raise an exemption of arithmetic expression. So once we run this, we get a single output, arithmetic exemption, because this is the first thing to be located. So suppose we change this 0 to 2, we don't have any issue with this. Once we run the program again, then we have array index out of bound, because this list contains just 5 elements, and we are trying to locate the element in the 10th position, which is definitely out of the range. So suppose we change this to another number, say 4, and we run the program. Then if there is any other problem apart from that 2, then our computer will print parent exception occurs. So in Python, we have built-in exceptions. We have more than this. To understand more of this, we advise you check Python documentation. So in Python, we use try, except, else. Finally, between try and except, we have run this code, the code that we want to run. Then except, if there is problem with this or an exemption with this, we capture it here. Then else, you can run the code again. Finally, as I said, in Java, we always run this code, no matter what happens between try, except, and else. So this is the first example. This is our main program. This print x, but as you can see, x is not defined. So try print x is not possible. X is not defined. If that is the case, then go to except. The type of error here is name error. Then we print out x is not defined. Else print this. Also overflow error. We are trying to compute exponential 1000, and this is very big enough. So we expect or we see overflow error. Then this is how to handle it using try, except, and else. Also permission error. We are trying to open this file, but this file is only readable, and we are trying to write into it. So we'll see permission error. So we tried to undo this using try, except, and finally. So no matter what happened here, the file will definitely be closed at the end of the day. So we have file not found, the same thing that we saw in Java, trying to open a file that cannot be found. So file not found error. So we handle this using try and except. So here zero divisor, the same thing we saw in Java. So a is equals to 3. 3 is less than 4, that is true, then compute this. When we substitute 3 here, we find out that the denominator is 0, and this is the program that might raise an exception, and this exception in Python is called zero divisor error. So we try to capture this using except zero divisor error, name error. Also, we have assertion error. A is 100 and B is data camp. We are equating A and B together, and this is an integer, this is a string. We have assertion error. Then we tried to undo it using try, except, and else. Also, we have here, this is a list with 3 elements. To get this entry, we use A0, A1, A2, but this A4 is out of range, so we have index error. So, and this is how to handle it, try, except, else. Also here, we want to find the float of a string, which is not possible, so we have value error. This string cannot be converted to a float number. Also, we have A is equals to 5 and B is equals to data count. We want to add these two together. So to add these two together, they are not compatible. Then we have type error. Here also key error. This is a dictionary, and this is the key, and this is the value. This is the key value. This is the key, and this is the value. But here there is no key for 4. So that is key error. Okay, lastly, we have the term I have this data. I want to compute the mean, the median, the standard deviation, the variance, and the mode. But calculating the mean, the median, the standard deviation, and the mode, there is no variance, sorry, there is no problem. But for mode, I can see 50 appearing twice, I can see 44 appearing twice, 84 appearing twice, and 91 appearing twice. So which means that there are 4 mode there. So this is the normal program when I take away try, and I take away except, and I take away print. But now, because I know that this will definitely print out an exception, I said try this mode. If it is possible, then print the answer. If it is not possible, then print this error. So in this video, we've learned the overview of exception handling in C++, Java, and Python. Thanks for watching.